We have a Botswana delegation who have just come in. I'm sure when we finish, it will be of interest for you to wait a little bit and have some news from Botswana. So I think now we can start I'm sure you are ready. We can start on the winter wheat update, which we are here for. So in terms of the winter wheat, our target was 120,000 hectares, which will give us around 600,000 metric tons. Remember, the target is mainly driven by our winter wheat for food security strategy, our wheat-based food security strategy. This is why we had to come up with this emotional target of 120,000 hectares, which has never been done or dreamt of before. So, in line with that thrust, we have done what we can. Our target was to ensure that all wheat is planted by the 31st of May, which target we were chasing. We also internally said that we must achieve this at least 75% of that target by the 31st of May. We are happy to announce that we have done so far by the 31st of May, which figures we collected on Saturday, 1 July. We have done 91,167 hectares. So as of the 1st of June, that is the hectare that we had. If you do calculations, you would see that that is 76% of our 120,000 hectare target. So we are happy to say that we have really done that, and this is the hectare that has been planted by the 31st of May, which we applaud our farmers. We have heeded the call of His Excellency the President to say, let's plant wheat to respond to the El Nino-induced drought. So we really applaud our farmers. We have gone all out to plant wheat for the country. We also want to really applaud our extension officers who are out there. Without them, the encouragement to farmers would have been very difficult. But these extension officers have, in these wheat growing areas, they have done their best to encourage farmers to plant. And indeed, we have already broken the record for last season. Last season, we had 90,192 hectares planted. We have already surpassed this even before we really talk about extending the wheat planting season. So we applaud our extension officers and the farmers. And we also want to applaud the enablers to the system. We know that the payment of wheat farmers who supplied and delivered last season has been an issue. We are happy to say that the farmers have now been paid their dues. We also want to applaud ZESA for ring-fencing power for our farmers. And so far, so good. We have not had major issues in terms of power outages in the major wheat-growing areas. And we applaud ZESA and the power people who have really come out strong to support the winter wheat production thrust. We also want to applaud the water people, ZINWA, the government water engineer, who have really availed water. There have been issues because of the El Nino-induced drought. We have said that water might be an issue, but ZINWA has gone all out to ensure that they look at catchment by catchment, field by field, hectare by hectare, to ensure that they attend to the water issues. And we are confident that water certainly is not an issue, and we are confident that even if we extend the planting season, we are going to have adequate water for the winter wheat programming. So we really appreciate that. Compared to last year, we have done extremely well. At this time last year, we were on 60,000 hectares. Now we are talking of over 91,000 hectares planted. We are really encouraged by this, and we applaud the farmers. We, however, take note that some irrigated maize farmers are still harvesting, and they have appealed to us to say we cannot be left behind in this winter wheat strategy for food security. They would want to be allowed that chance to plant. We understand the signs that yield will be reduced if we continue planting. So we are very cognizant of the fact that extending the winter wheat planting period would lead to a reduction in yield. We have therefore considered all these and reached a consensus as the ministry to say that we must allow those farmers in specific areas who should plant and who can plant to proceed with planting. We will proceed therefore as follows. We will encourage farmers to immediately continue to plant, but we will cut off that planting by the 14th of June. So no plantings should be done after the 14th. And which farmer wants to plant from now on, they should stay close to the extension officers to ensure that planting happens as quickly as possible. We don't want any plantings to go beyond the 14th for the obvious reasons that it will catch up with the anticipated early rain season. Because of the forecasted La Nina, the rains will be early, and therefore harvesting of wheat and transitioning into summer might be compromised if we keep planting. So we really encourage early plantings for those that are continuing to plant very urgently and quickly, so that by the 14th we have an absolute non-planting period thereafter. We also would want to advise that for those that are continuing to plant, we will need to adjust agronomically. Therefore, the seeding rates will be adjusted accordingly depending on the area. So stay close to your extension officers. The fertilizer rates will be adjusted accordingly to cater for the reduced yield. So again, stay close to extension officers. We also take note that there are some farmers who are sitting on irrigable land which can be immediately utilized for winter wheat. We are encouraging before we invoke certain SIs, we are encouraging those farmers to also put winter into the ground to ensure that we reach our and surpass our 120,000 hectare target. So we really appreciate the farmers. We really appreciate all the enablers who have made this possible. Whilst we are continuing to plant and cutting off by the 14th, we want all farmers, all our wheat farmers, to ensure that they surpass the target that we have set of 120,000 hectares.